Want to look consistent online without posting every single day? Well, here's the secret. You need to batch create your content like a pro. I'm Bree-Ze, the creator, and welcome to The Creator's Corner. Here, we help you grow your brand and build your confidence as a creator. Today, I'm going to be walking you through the exact system I use to plan, film, edit, and schedule a week or even a month of content in just one setting. All right, y'all, so I got my notes here, so y'all already know that look down mean I'm finna give y'all the gems, meaning I'm giving y'all the education, meaning I'm giving y'all the information, so let's get into it. We're gonna start by talking about why batch creating is such a game changer for content creators. Number one, consistency wins algorithms. I don't care what anybody says. The more consistent you post, the more each platform is going to reward you with reach, okay? You use it, okay? You don't use it, you lose it. Yeah, use the platform. Post as much as possible, but make sure it has value, okay? Next, you want to protect your creativity, y'all. So instead of forcing yourself to have to come up with something every single day or every two, 3 times a week, right? You're gonna get in the zone one time and you're gonna record as much as possible. That is when I feel like it is okay to burn out, so to speak, is in that one setting where you have planned and prepared yourself. Film as much as possible while you are in the zone, like today. And then, of course, batch creating is going to save you time and energy, y'all. I'm telling you, filming and editing in clusters will mean a whole lot less setup, less decision fatigue, less distractions, and more time for everything else that you love to do. All right, so let's get into planning your batch. Step one, write it out, make it plain, okay? Keep an idea bank, okay, at all times. An idea bank, you're going to use that so that you can have something to pull from no matter what. You want to create an idea bank, okay? This is our vocabulary for the week, idea bank. You want to create an idea bank for every type of content or niche that you have. Most people have 3, and I try to keep them all focused on like evergreen content, in my opinion. Look up the word evergreen. I'll make sure I have descriptions of certain words that I'm using on the screen, y'all. But so to speak, what you want is making sure you have something that's entertaining, making sure you have something that's educational, and have something that's personable. Those are the 3 pillars, no matter what niche you're in, that you should have for your content consistently. Education, entertainment, and personable. That's it. That's all. Okay? So with your idea bank, you can use notes, you can use Trello or Notion. I do love Notion, but I'm not the most savvy person. And a lot of times my ADHD kick in and I forget to even look at my Notion or my notes. I'm gonna be honest. So I set a day to film. The day before, I make sure that I'm prepping. I pick out my outfits, I pick out my props, all my looks, all the things. And I'm going to put them in order based off of the idea bank, okay? So you want to save those ideas the moment that they come to you, write them down. Even if it's content that you just want to simply recreate that you saw another creator do, don't forget to give credit, okay? Clock the T. Next, you want to pick your content pillars as we were just talking about. So you want to have 3 to 5 themes that your audience loves, right? And they are still in relation to entertainment, education, and personable. So does your audience focus more on tips? Do they like behind the scenes? Do they like day in the lives? Do they like tutorials? What type of content pillars do they enjoy? Okay. Next, you want to map out 3 to 5 pieces for your batching day. So whether it's going to be reels, TikToks, YouTube videos, carousels, quotes, whatever it is, batch those out. So for instance, for me today, this day, y'all, I'm going to be filming 5 YouTube videos for my Creators Corner series. Simply just for this series, I'm doing 5 YouTube videos, and each YouTube video is going to have 5 short form reels, which will be anywhere from 30 seconds to 60 seconds. So 5 clips that is going to market the current video that I'm working on. And so every video will have those 5 short form pieces of content as well. So that's what I'm doing today. Next, you want to really write down simple bullet points, not the full script, okay? You want to make sure that you sound supernatural. So that is what I look at on my computer. When y'all see me over here giving y'all the tips in the Creators Corner, I have my notes, I have my bullet points and my highlights so that I can keep up and stay on task, because I ain't trying to bore y'all or hold y'all unless I really got information to share, okay? So next, we're going to get into what you should be doing to prep for your shoot day. This is where we're talking about content day, okay? So you want to prep your environment so that you are not scrambling, okay? Location scouting. Best time of day. best lighting, whether you're gonna do inside, outside, things like that. So let's get into it. First things first is gonna be the wardrobe, okay? You're gonna lay out as many tops. The bottoms don't matter. Y'all cannot see my pants, so it doesn't matter. You're never gonna see them, okay? Not never, but they're pants. Who cares? But you wanna pick out your tops, as I have told y'all before in a previous video, okay? Pick out as many tops as many pieces of video or content that you'll be posting in that day. So what I mean by that, this top that I have on, of course, y'all gonna see in this YouTube video, but also those 5 short form reels that's gonna help me market this full vlog or full, hold on, I'm having a brain for it. That is gonna help me market my long form video, which is here with you guys on YouTube. I have 5 pieces of short form content that will be posted every day. Think of it like this: the Creators Corner, a new video is posted every single Monday, right? So once this video, before this video comes out, I'm going to be marketing those 5 short forms to help market for this to come out on the next Monday. Does that make sense? So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm going to post those short form reels. And then on Sunday, I may not post anything to give it a break. And then Monday, this video will come out and they'll have the full video. So you're giving them bite-sized pieces, okay? So you want to have that all of those contents will be filmed in this exact shirt. But because I'm batch creating, I have 4 other videos, which I'm going to change my tops for. So change your tops or your jackets to switch between different pieces of content. Next, very important thing, y'all, location. Okay, choose a well-lit spot, somewhere very clear that you can get a variety of angles, of backgrounds, and drops if you're doing that. I don't require that just because this series is really just a one-on-one sit-down conversation, giving y'all the information. It doesn't really require for me to have all these different angles and things. I'm going to show y'all some small clips of like my setup and the things I do for batch creating for content. Y'all will get those B-rolls in this video because that's what this is all about. But a typical video, y'all not going to get that. It's just us sitting here, so I don't require the angles. But depending on the type of content you have, you do need a location where you can get different angles, and that is the best. Also making sure, again, you choose a well-lit spot. I think, again, it just really depends on what you're going for, because I have also shot the Creators Corner at home in my house and just lit the room up. I try to do my sit-down videos like this somewhere where there aren't a lot of people, there isn't a lot of noise, where I can really have just enough control for the environment. And then last but not least, your props and your gear. You want to make sure you have your tripods, your mics, your ring lights, your cameras, your extra batteries, your extra SD cards, your laptops, your phones. You need everything, okay? Set them up before you press record. Prep the night before. Charge everything, okay? Because I low-key failed this morning because I forgot to charge everything last night. I'm just saying. Stay prepared. You don't have to get, stay ready. You don't have to get ready. So this prep is going to make your batch session really, really smooth. It's going to keep your videos looking like they were filmed on different days and different angles and blah, 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 blah. Okay. I personally, and again, this is to each his own, I don't really care too much about it looking as if they were filmed in different days. It is just really a psychological thing on thumbnails so that you look like you have different clothes. That's really what that's about. I don't care that we're outside of Chick-fil-A right now, and my next video may be filmed in this very next seat. I may move to a different table. I may give y'all a different angle. I don't know, but that is up to you. Use your creativity. It's not a big deal for me. I would sit at this table and film all 5 videos in this exact angle. It don't make me no difference because I'm here to give the information. So let's get into it. Next, we're gonna be talking about you want to film in categories. So here's how batching is really going to shine. Filming by your categories, right? You want to start with whatever is most comfortable for you. Some people say start with your short form. So for instance, this video, as we've been talking about, I'm going to have 5 short form videos as well. I could have started by shooting all my short form videos, but I chose to start by shooting my long form video. I don't think it matters which one you start with, but if the quickest thing is the best thing, do that. But again, do what works for you. If you prefer to shoot your long form rather than your short form, you can do that as well. For me, the reason I do it my long form first in this particular piece of content is simply because as I walk out through this, I'm doing a lot of this off the dome. Yes, I have my highlights. Yes, I have my bullet points, but a lot of this is coming straight off of the dome, me sharing information as I go. And so in that instance, once I'm done with the full long form video, I have what my bite-sized snippets need to be for my short form. What I want to take out of this video and the things I've shared to be my small bite-sized video clips going for the week to promote this video. Does that make sense? I hope y'all get that. Drop it in the comments. If you've been watching this long, did that make sense? If it does, just put yes, it makes sense. Yes, it makes sense in the comments. That'll let me know if y'all watch this long. Okay? Next up, you want to move over into your long form. So, like, if you're going to be shooting a bunch of different content or types of content for different platforms, so like your reels, your short form, and your long form, you can start with your short form, and then you want to move over into your long form. So, say for instance, you want to do two TikToks, you want to do two Instagram or whatever reels, or what's the other one? Facebook reels. But these are different, right? And then you want to do one long form, which could be your YouTube video or a podcast episode, things like that. That's what I mean by batching. So if you're filming for TikTok, film everything you want to film for TikTok. If you're filming for Facebook or you're filming for Instagram, whatever, film for each platform in that batch. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Cool. And last but not least, you want to sprinkle in your photos, your B-roll, you getting dressed up and you're setting up. So for instance, in this video, so by grouping your content, you're going to save hours, okay? And your energy going to stay high for a longer period of time. At least that's my experience. So next up is your edit and your schedule routine. Y'all, after you filmed, after you have batch created, do not jump straight into editing. Don't jump straight into posting and things like that. That's going to kill your momentum real fast. I'm talking about it's going to shoot down to the ground. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is after filming, always, once you're done with at the end of the day, at least for me, I like to clear all of my footage from everywhere. I'm going to get my SD cards. I'm going to get my pictures off my phone. Any content that I got from that day, get it off all devices and put it in one location. Okay? Next, you want to edit at least a week's worth at one time. So trim, add your captions, your music, your graphics, get your hashtags, your everything for at least a week of content, okay? And then you're gonna schedule uploads. You can use your YouTube Studio. You can use Meta Business Suites and TikTok drafts. I am on a couple other platforms that do not allow you to schedule posts, and also certain things you can't do yet. Like for instance, on Meta Business, don't quote me because I'm not too sure, but sometimes on Meta Business, when you're scheduling a reel, it does not allow you to add a collaborator yet for scheduled reels. By the time this comes out, hopefully they will have changed that. That way with scheduled reels, you can add a collaborator. Why that's important to me is because I have my own platform as iamBree-Ze, and then the Creators Corner, because we're growing and I see the longevity of this in our community that we're building, I have made it its own social media profiles. And so again, I still want to keep it attached to me because this is my baby. This is my project that I have curated. I want us to be able to share those platforms, right? I want it to have a space of its own, but also when I'm doing my content, it be attached to me as well, right? And so the easiest way to do that is invite it to be a collaborator. But when you're scheduling posts, like I said, in Meta, which is Facebook, connected to Facebook and Instagram, for some reason, at least on my account at this very moment, and y'all, it's September 21st. So at this very moment, I cannot add a collaborator to a scheduled reel post. Hopefully that changes. So yes. So that way, once you do that, you get your editing schedule. You do that the next day or 2-3 days later because you should have been started batching so that you'll never be behind, even if you take a couple days of a break, right? So that way, when you get up and you get started, your content is already ready to roll out and you don't really have to do anything for the next week or two, depending on how much content you have batched, filmed, edited, and scheduled. Got it? Cool. All right, step number 5 is you want to repurpose your content the smart way. Y'all, batching is not just about saving the time, it's about stretching your reach as well. So from one shoot, you could pull 3 clips from a YouTube video. You can turn quotes into graphics for your Instagram. You can use behind the scene footage for your stories. Like when I film content, I always try to pull out my B-roll, and I literally just have a folder on my hard drive for repurpose / B-roll. That's just a bunch of content that I didn't use, or it just took up space in the video or time or something, but I figured it could be used for something. Even this could be B-roll. Me sitting here talking could be B-roll. I could turn this into an Instagram reel, right? Mute myself in the back, put sound over it, and put text on top of it. That instantly makes it B-roll. It's not rocket science. Just use your brain a little bit. I'm telling you, it's not that hard. So yeah, one creative session can give you multiple touch points for your audience, and it just makes life easy. When you batch create, it's easy. I'm trying to tell you. It's my favorite thing in the world. All right, so without further ado, we're finna get into this homework. We got homework. So here is your homework, and here is your action steps. Y'all ready? All right, so you're gonna pick one day this week. We ain't wasting no time. It's Monday, so it's Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday before the next Creators Corner. I want y'all to pick one day this week for your first content batching session. Even if you only can commit 2 hours, that's not a lot out of a whole week. I know we tired, I know we exhausted, and life is lifing, but come on, and we got goals. What you're gonna do, you're gonna plan, you're gonna prep, you're gonna film, edit, and schedule as much as you can in that block. Okay? In that block. Now, I know we did just say don't instantly go to posting and scheduling and editing and stuff, but because this is your first one, yes, you want to do it instantly. And then on your second one, once you start, yes, you have to do everything right then and there. But on your second go round of batch creating, you won't have to rush that process because you'll already have content scheduled up, so you will never really be behind again. Okay? So comment below, tell me what your batching day is so that we can cheer you on. We can help keep you accountable. I'm gonna check in. Hey girl, be like, what's up, sir? What are you doing? You know? And I want y'all to remember, consistency does not mean working 24/7. I don't believe in it, okay? My time is my freedom, and I'm not sacrificing that for anything. I don't care how much I love it. So consistency, again, does not mean 24/7. Take you a couple hours, knock it out, and you'll be done, okay? Consistency is just simply working smarter so that your audience can see you at your best. Even on your days when you are resting, they seeing you putting in the work. Period. Okay? So if this helped you, please give me a thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss next Monday's Creators Corner video. And until then, happy creating, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.